Oh, wait, second. At a new spot today, pond. Mostly, here you go, you can see that there's a lot of sticks, vegetation stuff in the water. So, while we're fishing at, there's a lot of frogs on the shore, so we're fishing with frogs. Ty has a fish over here, that's what I'm working towards. But, I'm fishing smoking shad, super salty fluke, and he was fishing the Stanley ribbit. So, we'll show him the fish here. His pole got stuck in the tree when he went for the hook set. Nice largemouth, so just show it to him. Just a nice fish. He is a good fish. Stanley ribbit, we've only been here for like 5 minutes, so we'll get back to you guys with more fish. So I just caught this little guy, not very big. I just cast off, here's over there in that corner. You see those leaves right there in that very corner. And the funny thing is, it's only about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in there. I saw the wake come in. It was just this wake, and he came up and he slammed it. Zoom, super salty fluke, smoking shad was what I was using, a 5-inch. And he has picked it up. I got him tangled in some brush, but we got him all out. So that's why it's all dirty. But we'll get back to you guys with more fish. Hey guys, we didn't catch many more fish. A couple we didn't get on camera. We weren't there for very long, only about an hour. So I took some time out of the video. I'll post it later on tonight. What we're fishing, how we're fishing it, and just I usually fish when I'm going to a new pond. You know, a lot of questions arise. If you're going to a new pond, you don't know if there's fish in there or not. Sometimes you go to a retention pond. Most of the time they'll have fish in it, but sometimes depending on the structure and the feeder fish that are in the habitat, it's just to figure out what to throw. So first off, I'll take kind of a quick assessment of it. I'll walk around a little bit on the around the perimeter of the pond, and I'll figure out when we went to this pond. The second I got there were frogs jumping like crazy everywhere. Second I walked down the path to get to this pond, frogs just started jumping in the water. So I know that the frogs, there's always going to be a lot of frogs. So I put on a Stanley ribbit, and we had some luck with that. Second, I noticed that there's schooling shad, and there are a lot of shad around the shore. Whoops. And so what I realized from that is to throw a fluke. And I threw a watermelon red colored one, and then smoking shad color. It imitates a shad perfectly. And so I'm just going to show you, most of you know how to fish a fluke. I'm not insulting your intelligence, but in case you didn't know, I'm just going to show you this real quick. To show you how I fish it, there's lots of different ways. For shallower water, this is 4 foot, so it's not very shallow. You can look out there. And I don't know if you can see it or not. Here, let me see it. Let me see it real quick. But I doubt you'll be able to see it, the bait. But what I'm letting it do is I'm letting it sink to the very bottom. And this is in 2.5 foot water. And what I'm going to do, I'll let it sink all the way down, and I'll give it 2, 3 small twitches. Now watch the tip of the rod. This is about how hard I'm tapping it. Just like that. And what it's doing is it's picking it up off of the surface, or off of the bottom, and then it's just giving it a couple twitches. It looks like it's just close to death, just about to die. And that's kind of how you fish a Senko. Second way I fish it, through the middle of the water column. So there's the bottom to the top. There's 3 ways usually to fish a shad. There's others too. These are just the basic ones, the ones that I use most. Through the middle of the water column. 3 twitches, 3, 4 twitches, sink it. Let it sink. Most of the time on your last twitch, what it's going to do is it's going to twitch it, and the shad's going to be angling downwards. Especially with the zoom. This is a zoom, super salty fluke, and when you twitch it, it's streamlined and it'll just kind of zoom to the bottom. And that's okay. Just you'll have to twitch it 2, 3 times. Let it sink for about, I'd say 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds. I can usually count. Wait, twitch it. That's the second way to do it. Third way to do it is you're gonna take it, reel it up, bring it right there, wait about 1 second to see if any near fish are attracted, and then bring it across the surface. You can look at that. Cool for this. Across the surface like this, not that hard of a twitch, but what you're gonna do is just subsurface and surface action, just kind of like this. You can even give it kind of a walk the dog motion, right? That's a little bit. It doesn't always work, but sometimes I've done that before, especially when I'm off boats. That's one way. That was the first bait we're using. That's my main go-to bait when I'm fishing a new fluke, or a new pond, is a fluke. Second, got the man's 8-inch jelly worm. This does not look like 8 inches because it doesn't have a coiled tail, but this is the 8-inch. It was $4 for a pack of 20. This is in the grape color, and this is how I fish this. There are many ways to fish it. You could even fish it with the wacky. I don't know how well that would do. I've never used it, but that's a way you can use it. Now watch the bait. Oh, I'm gonna throw it to the very edge. Let me just watch it for a second. I'm gonna let it sink for 2-3 seconds. What I'm gonna do, watch the tip of the rod. 1, 2, 3, and that tail back there is just wiggling. It's going absolutely insane. It is resembling a dying bait fish. You know, I don't know if for those of you that fish with the banjo minnow, that is what it's looking. You can see that. Just that tail. It's that paddle tail action. It's just going absolutely insane. Just twitch, twitch, twitch. That's what it's doing. Twitch. It looks a lot like a banjo minnow. And the banjo minnow will bring in a lot of fish. 8 and 12-inch. One of these man's jelly worm will work just as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Next time you go to a new pond, try one of these techniques. You're not going to be disappointed. They bring in the most amount of fish for me. So we'll see you next time. This is NC Bass Fishing, and we'll see you next time.